Hello and welcome to our live coaching call and community conversation. It is so good to be back. I have missed all of you while I was away. Had a great holiday as well. Today I want to talk about where we are going to be moving forward with our community. So if you are a woman who is in your maybe 50s or post 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, we welcome you all here. Someone who's transitioning through menopause, maybe you are entering into a new season of life as you're entering into this midlife era. This is the community for you. This is the thing that we talk about here so much in our community. So if you're new here, I'd like to take a second to just introduce myself. My name is Diane Parham. I'm the creator of the online course, Intermittent Fasting for Today's Aging Woman, as well as our new community, the Midlife Mindset Shift course, where we talk about transitioning into this midlife season and how it is we want to create a life that we love and continue to love living so that we don't have to leave our life to be happy and healthy. And that really is the focus of our community here. But we do have some changes that are going to be happening in this new year. If you were following along in 2023, I talk a lot about, setting our intentions and goals for ourselves and picking a word for the year. And the word that I picked was potential. And I do feel like in 2023, some things happened that were partly in my control, partly out of my control, where I felt like I wasn't really reaching my full potential. And so I'm going to be focusing on making some changes in 2024 to make sure that I can do that for myself and share that here in our community. So one of the things that I am going to be doing here with YouTube and Facebook is changing the format of these coaching calls. And so I am working with a coach who's helping me grow my YouTube channel, which is one of my favorite things to do. And one of the suggestions was not going live to do these coaching calls anymore. For some reason, whatever it is that we're doing here with our live content is not being pushed out through the YouTube algorithms. I thought it was because we were talking about fasting. That doesn't seem to be the case. So we are going to be going to a more formatted, pre-recorded type of content upload here on YouTube and Facebook, which I'm really actually excited about. I've been doing live coaching for almost 8 years now. I started in 2017, and for a while it worked beautifully. I loved being able to connect with you guys live, but for some reason it's just not working anymore. And so we are going to be going to a formatted upload schedule. I don't know exactly the firm date and time that upload schedule is going to happen yet. It's going to depend on viewership and liking and commenting and all the things that we really do need in these social media settings to become relevant and seen by all the people that need to see us. And so we will play around with some upload days and times until we figure out what, really does work with you, our audience, and for finding new audience members as well. Continuing to grow is something that we really need to do. I need to do in order to continue to do what I absolutely love, and that's help women create a lifestyle for themselves that does include intermittent fasting so they can look and feel their best and live their most authentic life. And so that is going to be the focus for us moving forward in 2024. I did really need to take a break to kind of figure all of that out. And so I appreciate the fact that you guys understood that and are willing to come back and check in with us. Some of the things that are going to be staying the same are our Intermittent Fasting for Today's Aging Woman course. We will be launching that every month as we have been doing for the past almost 8 years now. The success that women are having in that course is still absolutely mind-blowing. The simplicity of what it is we've created in that course and the mindset shifts women are being able to make so that they can really get through this, what can be a daunting season for so many women going through perimenopause and menopause and all the conflicting information that's out there, not knowing what we should be doing to take care of ourselves. The course is still providing a great format for so many women. And like I said, the results are proof that this concept does still work and you can really have a very happy and healthy life very simply by practicing an intermittent fasting lifestyle that fits the life that you want to live. So we will continue to do that as well. When I started this community in 2017, when I was frustrated and at my wit's end and sick because of the transition I was going through from perimenopause to menopause, I was a much different woman then, as I know you guys understand because you are going through changes as well. And so, some of the other things that I'm really hoping to be able to have the opportunity to do is showcase the other things that I am as an aging woman and a woman who has really been able to create some pretty amazing things for herself and her family in her life. And so, I want to be able to share some of that as well. I never intended to become an intermittent fasting expert. I love that that is where I have fallen, but I don't want to just be known for that because I believe we as women have so many other opportunities available to us. And when we do step into our power and we do step back into our confidence and we get our energy back and we are living a life that we love because we've created that for ourselves, our whole world opens up. And so that's also what I want to be able to start sharing with all of you is the opportunities that are available to us as women, regardless of our age, regardless of the season of life that we are in. All we need to do is believe that we are worthy of having the things that we want and creating those opportunities for ourselves. So I want to be able to share some of that with y'all as well, not just intermittent fasting. I do believe intermittent fasting is the gateway for us. I believe that when we really can find comfort and confidence in ourselves and the women that we are without depending on food and or quick fix kind of elixir things to numb away some of the things that we are not wanting to manage emotionally and mentally in our life, then we really can find our power again. And that is what I want to teach about intermittent fasting. I don't want it to be something that's super nutrition heavy. I think the nutrition aspect of what we have available to us in this world of information is everywhere. Like you can find nutrition information. But what I know from the feedback that we get here in our community and from the feedback that we are getting from the graduates of our course and the women who are doing a one-on-one coaching with me and our mindset shift course coaching is that it's never the nutrition. It's always how we're feeling about ourselves when something in life happens and what's our default action. And when we have permission to take food out of the equation and we no longer use food as a tool to solve problems where food is not the tool that we should be using to solve those problems, then we can really start to evaluate our life and then live our life to the fullest. And so that is what we're going to continue to do here. And we're going to be able to do that as a community that's going to grow and foster one another in our community settings once we get to the place where the things on social media start to work in our favor. So I'm super excited about that. Please make sure this is a time that's going to be more important than ever to make sure you are subscribed to us here on YouTube. If you're following us on Facebook, it's really important that you are actually following the page. It's going to be really important that you have hit that subscribe button so you will be notified when content is uploaded. And there's something new for you to be able to check in with here in our community. Comments are always those things that are always going to be super important to us as well, because that does tell all of the platforms, wherever it is you are engaging with someone who's providing content for you, that the information that you're providing is relevant. And it's getting harder and harder for us as content creators to really fight some of these systems that are in place. So anything that you can do as a user for whoever it is you're following to help them stay relevant is going to be super important. The other thing that I'm going to ask that you do while we're going through these transitions and we're going through some of these changes is provide feedback, right? Me knowing what you guys are interested in getting from me is going to be very important for us moving forward. And I do value all of you who have been here. For some of you, it has been for the full almost 8 years. I value you and I appreciate you. And I totally love that you have been a standard and consistent person in our community. Your feedback is going to be very important because I want to be able to provide for you what it is that you're interested in coming to see and listen to and what's going to help you on your own journey. So please make sure you're subscribed to my email list as well. You can go to the fortoday'sagingwoman.com site and there's links always in the description box because I will be doing a lot of updating and stuff through our email list as well. So lots of changes. I hope you're as excited as I am. I have been a very multi faceted person my entire life. And so being able to share some of the other things that I really enjoy in my life with y'all here without having to be at a specific time and do it live is going to be really fun for me as well. I have big goals for myself. As I said, potential is one of those words I'm leaning hard into for the new year. And so being able to take advantage of some of those opportunities for me, as well as a woman who does this as a living and what it is that it is my passion and what I get to create is going to be super fun. So I'm super excited to have you guys on this journey with me. If you are interested in joining one of our courses, those are open for registration. Our January 5th intermittent fasting course, where I'm going to teach you the foundations of what I did and what thousands of women in our community have done to reset how it is you are transitioning through your life with some of these life changes that just happened because we have this amazing opportunity to be alive and enjoy life. That course is going to be starting tomorrow. Registration is open until midnight tomorrow night. It is the foundation for you creating a lifestyle that you love and that you love showing up for every day so that you can, in fact, wake up every day looking and feeling your best. Then we get to just live our life and do all the things that we want to do after we have that foundation built. If you're interested in going a little deeper with us in the midlife mindset shift course and community, please make sure you email me. My email is located in the description box. We are taking registrations now for our 2024 year. If you're interested in just making midlife your best season of life, the midlife mindset shift course is for you for sure. We are doing big things in that group. Again, making sure that you're on my email list, because that is where I do the invites for that, is the best place to be. And I promise to continue to bring you relevant information and valuable information so that you know that you are in the right place hanging out here with us. So I'm going to go ahead and read the comments really quickly. I know today's going to be a little shorter. We will start our upload schedule next week with some content that we will be creating. Of course, the foundation of what we do is going to be about intermittent fasting, and we will still continue to add in a lot of the mindset shift work that a lot of us really do need to focus on so that we're not living in this life of struggle, right? And we feel like we're showing up as the best version of ourselves. So look for that content starting next week. I'm super excited to deliver that for you. Okay, if you have a question or comment, now's the great time to do that. We will be using the comment section below our uploaded videos to still continue to have this community dialogue. So again, please make sure that you are leaving me comments. I value your feedback and suggestions and want to make sure that we are delivering stuff that is of value to you. So your feedback is going to be great and going to help us really mold the future of the For Today's Aging Woman community. Nancy, hope everybody had a great holiday and a safe one. Diane, you were really missed. Thank you, my friend. You were missed also. You put on a couple of pounds over the holiday. A couple pounds over the holiday is no big deal. A lot of times when we step away from structure, right? So if you're living a pretty routine life, and routine not being a negative thing, routine just means the things that you've established that works for you on rinse and repeat, and then you step away from that and you do something else, your body is going to react to that. 3 pounds is no big deal, because as soon as you leave that little interruption of your routine and you go back to your routine, your body's going to adjust back to where it feels the most comfortable, right? And that is the routine that you rinse and repeat. So don't fret about it. Let your body do its thing. Go back to the lifestyle that you love and just rinse and repeat that. Everything balances itself out. The problem that a lot of people get into with holidays or celebrations is they have no exit strategy. And so a holiday ends up being months past the actual celebration date, right? And so make sure you've exited the holidays. This is where we throw away all the extra treats. We don't, rely on people's leftovers around our house for us to nibble on and all those kind of things. You have to get back to the routine that you had before the holiday. The 3 pounds will settle itself out. You have nothing to worry about. Don't let it get into your head. When it gets into your head and you start feeling disappointed and you feel depressed about it and you feel all this regret and shame and all those things, that's when you start to really stay in that season of eating for the wrong reasons. And so get out of that season, go back to you, girlfriend. It'll balance itself out, I promise. Okay. And Facebook and YouTube, of course, I always post the link to join us for the intermittent fasting course because that's why most of you are here and you're interested in getting into class with us. So please make sure you check either the comments in the live or the description box down below to make sure you get yourself on the email list for that. Alexis, Happy New Year, Diane. Glad to be here with you today. Alexis, I am super happy to be with you here today as well. Hopefully you heard the comments about, or the information I shared with the fact that we are not going to be doing lives Mondays and Thursdays at noon anymore. We're going to change the format that we are going to be delivering content here. It won't be live. We're going to reserve lives for special things and announcements. So yes, we will have lives every now and then, but most of the content will be pre-loaded. So stay on my email list so you'll know when we upload new content. RC, because you're talking about being healthy. Awesome. I'm hoping that's why you're here. We do believe in living a healthy lifestyle here from the three main aspects of what it means to be healthy, right? Our mental health, our emotional health, and our physical health. And oftentimes, if we rely on the desire that we have to be mentally and emotionally healthy, the physical aspect of that fixes itself. So we want to make sure that we are really doing the work on our mental health, that we're really doing the work on our emotional health and why it is we put ourselves in harm's way when things aren't going the way we thought they should be going. And then really making sure that we're paying attention to all the changes that are happening, good, bad, and indifferent with our physical state. Because once we figure that stuff out, then all the decisions we make become so much easier. So girlfriend, so happy to have you here with us. Dima, happy 2024. I'm so happy for you with this new journey. I will always follow you, whatever your projects are. I can't live anymore with all of your knowledge and teachings. Girlfriend, I'm so happy to hear that. Thank you for being such a big part of my journey and my life as well. I appreciate you more than you know, and it's going to be super fun. I really want to be able to show women of all ages and in all seasons of life that it's never too late to go after your dreams. So what I am currently doing today in this passion project I have for helping women really create their most authentic life and being able to live happy and healthy started in my 50s. I'm going to be 58 next May. I was just on a podcast and I said I was 58 and I'm 57. Like, what woman in their midlife season ages themselves, right? I'm 57 and I go around talking about the fact that I'm 58. Like, it's no big deal. It's just a year, but like, who does that? I believe women who are really confident in where they are in their life and are feeling their best and looking their best and are just living life to the fullest don't really care about what their age is, right? And so I'm happy to have you here with us. We are going to continue to age well together. We're going to continue to create these amazing lives for ourselves so that we can truly live our future self to the fullest. And I'm happy that you're here with us, girlfriend. So I will keep you posted on all the things we have coming up. Nancy, I wouldn't have taken your class for intermittent fasting if I hadn't seen you on YouTube and saw you in person on YouTube. That's what drew me for the fact that it was on live. Well, I appreciate that for sure. And there's plenty of information out there. The thing that, we look at as far as our analytics and all the numbers and all of the things that are driving the success and or lack of success with what we're doing as a business and the information that we're providing is our analytics, right? And most of the people who join us are from the replay and very few are on the live. Now, it doesn't mean that the live people aren't important and significant. You 100% are. But what we're finding is that to grow and be relevant in the world of what it is that I want to pursue, live just isn't the thing right now. So we're going to reserve lives. They'll be even more special, right? Because they won't be as frequent. And so it'll be super fun to be able to catch up live. I will still be live in the comments. So if you leave me a comment, I will make sure that I get a comment answered for you. So none of that is going to change. I'm still going to be very reachable. It's just that the live format is just going to have to change for a little while. Your skin looks amazing. Well, thank you, my friend. I'm very rested. It's a beautiful sunny day, so I have lots of natural sunlight coming in my window right here, which is always a really good thing for making your skin look vibrant and healthy and bright. I'm continuing to, use my skincare regimen that I've been using for several years. I love it. Eating healthy, lots of rest. I've been running a lot. I can't wait to share with you guys my running goals for 2024. So I'm feeling good and I'm rested. I'm feeling happy. And I think that that's probably what's showing through. So thank you for the comment. I appreciate that. Hello, Patty. Good to see you, my friend. Natalie, doctor wanted to put me on an appetite suppressant. After doing some research, I've made the decision to try intermittent fasting. It's a bit overwhelming. I'm glad I found you. Yeah. It doesn't have to be overwhelming, right? That's just a thought that's creating the feeling of overwhelm. And so I want you to really do some work on what it is you're thinking about intermittent fasting. Intermittent fasting is powerful in so many ways for women. And so I want you to think really positive thoughts. I want you to think empowered thoughts. I want you to believe that this is the best thing for you. And then I want you to create boundaries for yourself that aren't restrictive. I want you to make sure that when you're fasting, you're actually fasting and you're just not eating. Like those are big things to think about. And then I want you to be very careful about who it is you're taking advice from, because this lifestyle should be easy. It should be fun. You should feel energized. You should feel empowered. You should feel on top of the world. All of those things should be how you're feeling. And that's going to come from the thoughts you have in your brain. So Natalie, we wish you the best of luck. If you haven't done so yet, take class with us. All the overwhelm will go away because I will empower you with permission to make informed decisions for yourself. And that is the premise of our class for sure. So if you haven't taken class yet, I would definitely jump in with us on January 5th, which is tomorrow. You'll have 3 weeks of lessons and then you can go live your best life and you don't have to worry about being on appetite suppressants. That's an interesting thing that a doctor would want you to be on. And remember that fasting is the best appetite suppressant that you can get. Your hunger hormones, once they're balanced out, appetite suppressants won't be needed. Dima, no more lives on Instagram as well. I will do some on Instagram as well. Here's another thing that's going on with us in our life. My daughter is graduating from high school in May. My husband is semi-retired, right? And so we have this freedom and flexibility to kind of move about our life, which is super exciting to think about. My son's graduated from college. He's living on his own. My daughter already knows what she's going to be doing when she gets done with high school. She's already settled into that. So our life is going to be opening up as kind of retired people who work, right? And are free to move about our life. And so being stuck to not stuck, but being in a schedule that's very time based and having to be in a very specific place is not something that I'm really interested in doing moving forward. So there will be some lives for sure, probably once a week on Instagram. And then I think I'll just do Q&As and answer questions on my own time throughout the week or whatever. So I'll probably just do one on Instagram as well. So you can hang out with me there. I'll let you know when it's going to be. I'm not sure if it's still going to be Tuesdays. Patty, I'm so excited to spend this year with you working on my mindset and fasting. Patty, I'm so excited to have you in the Mindset Shift course. We are doing some crazy things in such a good way. We have had women who have changed careers, gone after the careers of their dreams. We have had women who have moved to new cities. It's amazing what we are capable of doing when we are energized and empowered about making decisions for ourselves and our future self. And so, Patty, I'm excited for you. The whole world is opening up for you, and you get to decide what it is that you want for yourself. And we're just there to kind of guide you and support you along the way. So super fun. Jackie, congratulations on 104K. Well, thank you for saying that, my friend. On the back end of things, it doesn't look so great with YouTube. We are actually losing more subscribers than we are gaining, which is one of the reasons why we're going to be making some changes as well. Full transparency. And a lot of times those numbers, they look good on the surface, but when you dig down deep and you really start looking at the analytics, it's not looking so good for us on YouTube. So we're going to make some changes to hopefully bring back some life back into YouTube and bring some new girlfriends into the mix and hopefully have you guys be able to find our content even easier. I had like 3 people over the Christmas break let me know that they tried to search me on YouTube and I wasn't coming up, and they were subscribed and had hit the bell notification. So we're going to be digging around into some of that as well. So we're going to make it so you guys can't help but know what we have going on in our community. I'm excited about that. Roanna, graduate of the July 22 course, fell off track and now back to fasting. I'm struggling with hours, 17 to 20. Is there anything I could do to get through the last 3 hours of fasting? Well, you have to, like, what is it about the last 3 hours that you're really wanting to get through? That's the big question. And so when you're really determined to get something done, Roanna, I am convinced you're the person that's going to get the thing done, right? Because you've done it before. So just decide that 20 hours is what you're going to do, and you don't flinch on that decision. Like, you just get through it. You drink your water, you have some coffee, you get up and you go for a walk. Like, what's happening in your brain between 17 hours and 20 hours that's making you feel like you can't do it? It's your brain, because your body wants to do it. Your body's comfortable there. Your body knows how to reap the benefits of that last 3 hours. Something's going on in your brain, which is why the mindset is the biggest aspect of being successful with anything that we do. And so I would sit with your thoughts on that and figure out what's pulling you away from what you say you really want. Because it sounds like what you really want is that 20-hour fast. So what can you think in your brain, and what thoughts can you change so that you feel confident and empowered in that last 3 hours? And then come back and let us know what that was. You can leave a comment in the comment section below this video. Dima, we just go for it. IF, okay, so here you go. What was Natalie? Okay, IF has changed my life. I've started this lifestyle since May 2021, and I thank Diane every single day. Oh, my friend, thank you for trusting me with you. It is a big deal to have someone on the internet trust me, like someone, meaning like I get to know you guys once you get into class. But when you find me and you trust me with your future and your self, y'all, there's nothing like that for me. I am so honored, and so I feel just so blessed to have that opportunity to have that connection with you. So yeah, Natalie, just jump into class with us. It is the fast track to you getting all the things that you want. And Dima, thank you so much for hanging out here with us. I love you so much. Roanna, thank you. I had a talk with myself and had to remember my why. There you go. That's exactly it. That's what it's always going to go back to. So when you're struggling with the time, remember, it's always something that's going on in your brain that's creating doubt or fear or stress or overwhelm or whatever. Go back to your thoughts. What can you change about what's going on in your brain? And what can you remind yourself about what it is that you say that you really want, so that you get the thing, right? Whether it's fasting, whether it's something to do with your fitness, whether it's finances, whether it's business, whether it's relationships, it doesn't matter. It's always coming back to this thing right here, this brain of ours that's creating these thoughts that then have us feeling a certain way. And then it takes some time to figure out, like, why is it when I feel this way, I do all these things, even though those aren't the things that when I come out of the thought that I really wanted to do. It is just evaluating your brain. And I'm so glad that you figured that out. Keep having those talks with yourself. You can create any thought in your brain that you want to be there. If you don't like the thoughts that are being created in your brain on their own, you just stop those and you recreate a new thought. And I promise you, it's super powerful once you really get good at doing that. That's what we do here in this community all the time. All right. So thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Thank you so much for being so understanding of the changes that we are going to be making here. It's not going to be really any different from the user end, especially if you have caught my videos on replay. That's all it's going to be, is like, oh, I couldn't make it at noon on Monday. So I'm just going to catch the replay. That's all it's going to be. I'm going to be the same person. We're just uploading in a different way. We're going to probably change a couple things and some titles, because we just need to make sure that we're reaching the women that need to hear the message that we have to deliver here. I hope you'll keep coming back in community with us, making sure that you're using the comment section, share your stories. One of the other things that I get so often from women is I need some testimonials from women who've taken your class. I'm like, they're everywhere, right? They're all over the place because you guys are so willing to share your success, because it is just amazing to live in that power and purpose that you've created for yourself. So please make sure that you can continue to do that so that you can help other women who maybe aren't sure if this is for them. You could be the person that's paying it forward and helping another woman change her life for the better as well. As always, I love you guys. I adore you. I thank you for all of your time and commitment to our community. I can't wait to see you in a video. I'm excited about trying to do some different things for myself as well, like 57 years old, like being able to create some new skill sets and opportunities for myself was super fun. And again, I always want to make sure that I'm modeling that opportunity and possibility for you here in this community as well. I will see you next week in a video. Make sure you're on my email list so you'll know when it goes uploaded. And I'm going to be really good about making sure that I post things in our community tab on YouTube as well and over on Facebook so you guys can stay in the loop. Love you guys. Have a good rest of your week and weekend. If you're interested in jumping into class, registration will be open until tomorrow evening. If you have any questions about what class is or if it's going to be something that will work for you, always feel free to shoot me a message. I'm always willing to answer those questions. And yes, Patty, I will see you tonight. If you're in our Midlife Mindset Shift group coaching community, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time tonight is our live group coaching call. So I will see you there. Make sure you bring your notebooks and your journals and all the things, because we're going to be doing some great work inside of class tonight. I love you guys. I'll see you around.